Hey everybody, it's your boy Kish here,
Crystal.
and we're here to give you guys our thoughts, our review, and our reaction to the Demon Slayer Mugen Train movie. So this movie was very special because it was our first time watching an anime movie together, and it was specifically special for Crystal because
It was my first anime
ever,
movie
right?
ever. And this is the second series we've seen together. The first one was Erased.
Erased?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Baby, you watched your first anime movie in 2021, and I watched my first anime movie in like 2001.
Really?
Yeah.
2001?
Yeah, like I think my very first anime movie was the Pokemon movie, the one with like Mewtwo and Mew.
I've seen a couple of them. I didn't know how to movie.
Yeah, they had a movie. They had the Mewtwo and Mew movie.
That's
So
what
you
last
watched,
time.
yeah, you watched Pokemon and you never got to watch the movie?
Yeah, no.
What the fuck? Guys, hit the dislike button. Hit the dislike button right away. All right, well, yeah, we're gonna give you guys our go ahead. We're gonna give you guys our reactions and our thoughts, and let's go ahead and begin. All right, and now let's get into predictions. You know, so on the way to the movie, what transpired, baby?
I thought, so like, we spoke about this before. I thought the movie was gonna be, like, I didn't know the movie was gonna be centered around the train. Like, I thought it was gonna just be a couple of minutes and then, like, transition to, like...
You mean, like, landscape-wise? Like, you didn't think the movie was gonna take place in the train the whole time?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my prediction. It wasn't even a prediction, more like something I was expecting.
So you were just expecting the train to be like a transport
Like
vehicle?
a
They drop you off?
Yeah,
Like what did you think they were gonna be like in the train, talking about their lives and things, and then they get dropped off?
No, because I knew in the last so like the last episode of the first season, you see the demon on top of the train that they're gonna like go on board on.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew something was going to happen to the train. I just didn't expect
that.
the whole movie to take place.
The whole movie
to take place.
What a long ass movie. Like this thing. No, because I want to get you in the head. Alright. I mean, well, honestly, my predictions were pretty vague, but they were spot the fuck on. So I knew that Nezuko and Zenitsu, since they're not the main characters and they are supporting characters, I knew that they weren't gonna play that much of a significant role because in the end of the first season, right, they played a huge significant role. Everybody remembers the 2 demon kills that Zenitsu got, where basically makes him live up to the hype of being the Thunder God and the Electric Boy. And then Nezuko, bro, that whole animation that made Demon Slayer win animation scene or video of the year was that one combination attack with Tanjiro and Nezuko when they both attacked that one the spider web demon that I forgot his name. So they played, Nezuko and Zenitsu already had played significant roles, and I just assumed that it's time for Inosuke to get a big role, or at least a lot more screen time. Not that he got a humongous role, because he still didn't really do that much. Like, I mean, when I say do that much, I mean like he didn't have a cool badass fighting moment. Yeah. He was his regular self, hungry for a fight, you know, very confident in his abilities, but basically what he had was just he had a lot of dialogue with the main character, and he was fighting, I guess what you would say, the main villain of the movie. Yeah. Which is not the strongest. Yeah. All right, and then basically those are our predictions. I'm glad mine came right. I wish we would have betted, because we were gonna bet. And she was gonna lose.
To be honest, though, we were kind of late. We got there like right on time.
We had to run. We got there and we literally instantly had to and like zap all the way over there. You feel me? All right, so those are our predictions, guys. And then now let's talk about our favorite parts. Do you want to go first?
My favorite part. I'll let you go first.
Okay. Well, look, everybody, my favorite part. Well, I have a lot of favorites, so it's kind of very hard to pick. But one of my favorite parts is there's a moment. So the whole power of that main demon is that he basically he nulls you to sleep. No? Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, like he nulls the people that he's trying to kill to sleep, so it's easier to eat them and to get their blood and get more powerful. But one of my highlights was that while they were trying to get Rengoku, the Hashira, the flame guy, they were trying to get him, like he's the main one that he has to take out because he's the strongest. So while trying to get him in mid-sleep, they connect his subconscious with another girl's subconscious, and that girl has to go inside his dreams and like stab his will. Because once you stab his will, that guy has, in real life, he's much more easier to kill. Yeah. So when she's about to get to the will and about to stab it, my boy Rengoku, mid asleep, grabs this bitch
Gotcha,
by
bitch.
the fucking
For
neck,
real.
and she couldn't do anything. Like, it completely halted their plans. It woke her up, and Rengoku stayed asleep. Rengoku stayed asleep while that was happening, and he was still choking her the fuck out. Which was a pretty cool scene, because it's more like, it's cool. It's one thing talking about it, another thing is actually watching that part. And when you watch him just grab her like all intensely, because you just that's when it gets really serious, because that whole time Rengoku was this really happy, like spirited, nice guy.
I don't think we had seen him in action yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen. So everything that they showed us is just that he's very happy and like very exuberant and excited. But then he got serious, and then they show you why he got why he's that happy. So
I think for me would be the part. So like when he's like, he wakes up because he realizes.
Who wakes up? Rengoku?
No,
Tanjiro.
Yeah,
Okay.
when he wakes up and he realizes that like something's going on, like there must be a demon involved, whatever. And he confronts the demon on top of the train. And then like when the demon's like realizing how like strong
Tanjiro is,
that part was cool. And the part that he keeps like committing suicide every single time she tries to
but
go
he
back to
didn't
sleep.
my bad, babe, but he didn't really like recognize that he was like physically strong. It was just that mentally how strong he was.
I don't know, I just feel like I like those moments where like they make the main character seem like, you know,
bigger than everybody else and different.
So I really
that was
enjoyed
actually
that
pretty
part.
dope. That was pretty dope. Well, guys, just to let you know, that part was actually really cool too.
Yeah.
I don't usually, like, in animes in general, my favorite moments are rarely something that the main character does, but I have to give my applause to that, because the kid, so the demon had this power that, like, while you would get close to him, he had this mouth that would bite into it, and it would force the guy to instantly fall asleep. And so what he did when he was in the deep sleep at first, he learned that the best way to get out of sleep is to kill yourself in the dream. So every single time the guy activated his move, he kept committing like dream suicide, which is like, okay, yeah, you know you're dreaming and you know it's okay, but the balls to keep doing it. That was actually, I gotta give it to that. And then my one of the other highlights that I really liked,
the fighting scene at the end.
Oh my god.
The train demon.
Yes. And we think it's gonna be over, guys.
Yeah.
At that point, like, we talk it out and we're like, is it over?
Yeah.
And like my girl's like, oh, I think it's gonna end here, and like it's just gonna be a continuation.
Is gonna start.
And this is, I don't know if I'm gonna make like my dislikes of this movie, but if I do, I'm definitely gonna put this in, because up to that part for me, it got to a part where it was really, really underwhelming for me, because if it ended there for me, I felt like it didn't deliver on what we all fell in love with in Demon Slayer, which is known for its animation, its great fighting, and like, yes, the comedic like little conversations the characters have with one another. But it delivered on that part. It delivered on the comedic conversations. It delivered on the animation slightly, but it didn't give us the good fights. You know, and if you're gonna give us a movie, you gotta give us a good fight, right? And up until now, what was happening was some good fights. It was cool. And there was this one comedic moment that she didn't really understand, because she's not a perv. And she's not an anime hentai like enthusiast, you know? So for all you Brocks out there, for all you Jiraiya's out there, for all you Zenitsu's out there, there's a moment where Nezuko gets trapped by something very common in many hentai plot scenes. And my boy Thunder God fucking Zenitsu comes through and saves her. So that was another highlight to look out for. Okay, now let's get back to what I was saying about the underwhelming. So it was ending there, and then it was ending there, and we thought it was gonna end, but the best fight, and probably Demon Slayer up to now, right? It has to be at least top 5.
No, actually, I really like the fighting scene in the first season with the spider.
With the spider? No, that could be number 1.
Yeah,
that could be number one. But like, in terms of, for me, emotion, that one felt more emotional for me.
I almost cried.
Yeah. Oh, you did? You almost cried?
I did.
Nice. We almost got her, guys. She says animes can't make you cry. We're gonna get her when they watch. But yeah, no, that was fucking significant. The animation was so good, guys. I strongly recommend you guys to watch that.
You didn't know what was gonna happen, right? So
you didn't know
I
what
kept
was gonna
thinking
happen.
He's gonna die. No, he might live. No, he's gonna die. Oh, it was just like a roller coaster.
Yeah, because they were trading blows. It was like blow for blow, and they were fighting in Upper Moon. We're talking about very close to Muzan Kibutsuchi. These are the demons that have the strongest link to his blood, therefore the strongest powers. And this guy looks exactly like the main character from Jujutsu Kaisen. So I knew it was gonna be a good fight once I saw him. The kid came up shirtless, beefed the fuck up. Well, like that guy looked like he came out of the gym, did his shoulders, and came out here to do work. And then Rengoku, you can't really see his muscles or anything, so you know he has a sword. So I was like, bro, if this gets into like close combat, I don't know how Rengoku is gonna deal with it. But Rengoku defended himself very, very well, and I don't want to spoil it, but it becomes very significant what happens. The result of that battle is very, very significant. And then you want to talk about your criticisms a little bit?
Criticism, you go first.
Well, as you guys know, for me, it just was that if it ended when they killed the train demon, for me, it was gonna suck. For me, I was honestly gonna rate it like 6.5, 6 out of 10. If it ended there for me. If it ended there for me, I was gonna give it that rating.
I feel like I have no criticism.
Then you liked it. Then you really enjoyed it. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you give the movie? What would be your overall rating? Dun dun dun.
I would give it a 9 out of 10. Only because since I'm not the biggest fan of anime, this movie was able to really like capture my attention from the very beginning and then like continue until the very end. So that's the reason why I give it such a high rating. But again, like I don't know a lot.
Do you think that's what's happening with me? Like since I have so many animes that I've watched.
Of course, yeah. So you have a lot more like criticism, and you know, like you've seen. I'm pretty sure it's like this is not the only type of like anime that has like. There's like probably 1,000 animes that have the same theme and so like as me who doesn't really know a lot, I see it as like a big deal. I thought it was really cool.
And let's make one thing clear. It doesn't matter if like we've seen like I can see Demon Slayer and have something have the same plot and the same thing, and I can watch it over and over again. Just like because when you watch shonen, you kind of know the plot of how things are gonna be because they're very repetitive. But that doesn't take away your ability to actually give it proper ratings. Right? So like just because I've seen many animes, I still think that my rating overall that I'm gonna give it, which is for me it's gonna be 8.5 out of 10, 7.5 to 8.5 out of 10. I'm in that range. Just because of the whole part to it was very, very underwhelming at the beginning because it was just like, yeah, they were in their journey and they were having little comedic reliefs, but they could have given us more. Like there was moments where they were venturing into each other's like subconsciousness, and they just made Zenitsu and Inosuke's like they looked like they were running out of money, and they were like, oh, let's just make this quick and then let's focus on that. Which if we were gonna wait 2 years or 3 years, I would have rather waited an extra 8 months, 9 months just for that part to be slightly better, because the anime, like as everybody knows, the anime isn't just about the main character. For like you have people like me who rarely ever like relate to the main character and like find themselves watching the anime because of the main character, right? But yeah, I give it a 7.5 to 8.5 out of 10. I don't want this to discourage you guys from watching it. I definitely think you guys should watch it. Funimation, Aniplex, they did their job. It was really, really good. And we're just excited for season 2. So that's the best compliment that we can give it to, is that we're gonna continue watching Demon Slayer, right? Yeah, we're super excited. So guys, this is your boy Kish with another video, and we had Crystal join us. And thank you for joining us, and just stay tuned because we're gonna be dropping more videos, and then Attack on Titan season 4 part 1 videos coming out, another one. So take care, guys.